How do we stop corruption, Australia? And this word gets thrown around a hell of a lot, and especially now that people are extremely pissed off. Governments are corrupt, big companies are corrupt, the system, it's corrupt. And honestly, I get why people feel this way. Because when you look at it, food quality is dropping over time, prices are going up, big decisions are getting made that affect everyone. And that's when people make these decisions. They don't seem to carry the consequences. So from the outside, it looks like greed. It looks like people stop caring. But I don't actually think most of it started off that way. Instead, I think what people are calling corruption is what actually happens when intentions meet bad structure. No system starts out trying to favour the people it meant to serve. They start with purpose, but then the pressure shows up. Money, growth, competition, and power. Small changes get made, cheaper ingredients, different priorities, decisions that make sense in the moment. And over time, those small decisions stack until eventually those things that you trusted at the start isn't the same anymore. This doesn't happen because it suddenly became bad. It happens because structures allowed it. Because if the system lets people benefit while everyone else carries the downside, that's exactly what it will produce. Now, if that's true, then fixing the problem isn't hoping for better people, better government. It's about building better structures. And that's where things need to change. If you're building a business, especially one that's going to scale, and government is a business, your intentions shouldn't just live in your head. They should be made publicly and locked in. Call it a charter, call it a covenant, whatever you want, but something that clearly says, this is our intention, this is how we operate, and this is how we'll be held accountable. Not just words, actual standards, visible, measurable, and if we drift from them, there are consequences for us. Because without that, people are just being asked to trust that things won't change. And we've already seen what happens when they do. So imagine instead of every company from the start lays out its structure, what it will and won't do, how it makes decisions, what it's accountable to, and how the public can actually see it, judge it, and then choose whether to support it. Because people aren't just buying products anymore, they're buying into systems. And if those systems are built properly, with transparency, with accountability, with a structure that can't easily drift, then something changes. The companies that genuinely serve people are the ones that start to grow. And over time, they replace the ones that didn't. This is how you fix it. Not from the top down, but from the ground up. We build things properly from the start and then let the people decide what is worth supporting.